Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast, episode 216 of the Shuffle Guys. I'm Joe,
I'm Dave.
and I have a drink. Really quick before we get into everything, these
Yeah.
rocks that I got, like with the whiskey
Yeah,
kit,
what are those?
they're rocks that you toss in the freezer. They keep your drink cold, just like an ice cube. But they don't melt, so they don't water down your drink. And they're supposed to last a while. And
They don't last.
well, they just don't seem to make it cold to begin with. Like
Do
my
you-
drink is colder than room temperature, but like,
Do you pour it over those?
yeah,
Well, they were out.
I have 8. I just put 4 more in.
Oh.
So I got all 8 in there now. And they've been in the freezer for days. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyways, Dave, how you doing?
Hold on.
What the fuck are you doing?
It's stuck now.
I just noticed that. Was that like that the whole time?
No, I just did it while you were
Oh,
talking.
okay.
I don't know. When did we do this last?
Thursday.
Last Thursday. Yeah, nothing. Go
Nothing new, nothing exciting.
Bills. You know,
Go Bills, am I right?
go Bills.
Big game coming up. Big game coming up. Big storm. Big storm coming up.
Evidently, yeah, 1 to 3 feet over the next 2 days.
I'm stoked. I wish I
Um,
was there.
might hit the slopes this weekend.
Dude.
Might shred that
Dude, I
gnar.
saw a fucking video that scared the fuck out of me, and this is the reason I will only ever go skiing / snowboarding. I don't snowboard, skiing at an actual like uh what's it
Resort.
called? Thank you.
Oh, did you see the guy stuck in the snow?
The snowboarder stuck upside down.
Yeah, I saw that video like so long ago, but then it just came across my TikTok feed again.
Dude, fuck
Imagine
that.
just,
Imagine dying. Imagine
dude,
dying
like
like
that guy thought he was dead. There was no
100%.
way yeah.
He wasn't like squirming around a lot. He accepted his fate. He was
Yeah.
a dead man.
And he just, I can't even, dude. The way I think
The
about
amount
just,
of time it took for him to find his face.
yeah,
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there's a video on TikTok of this. It's from the skier's perspective. Yeah, you probably seen it.
right.
The skier's perspective. He's skiing behind a snowboarder. For a second, I thought they were together. They're not. So you see the snowboarder in the beginning of the video. Then he like disappears. He gets some speed. He disappears. Well, then you see the skier like go through these 2 really like close together trees, and he hits the snowboarder's like board on the way down.
It's not the same snowboarder.
It was.
No, was it?
Yes, it was.
Dude, they went different directions.
They went the same way. I'm telling you, it's the same snowboarder.
No, it's not.
It is. Look at the snowboard at the beginning of the video. It's the same snowboard.
Oh, well then I have no I thought he was there for much longer, dude. If it's the same guy, then that's why he wasn't squirming. Because he like just happened.
Oh yeah, it did just happen. Dude, if he had been there for a while, he would have been dead already.
No, I just thought it was like,
You know how quickly you suffocate when your head is buried in snow?
Jamie, what's
No.
up? I'm sorry.
I do
Anyways,
not.
so what happens? This guy goes through the trees. He hits the snowboarder's board on the way through, and that's how he notices that the snowboarder went through what's called a tree swell, apparently, where like a bunch of powder just like piles up on the one side of a tree, and you can basically get stuck in
Right.
it because the powder's very loose. And so this guy, the snowboarder, like flipped over and got stuck in the powder, and then basically got run over by the skier. And the skier turns around, like has to try and like hike back up. It's only 10 feet, this mountain or this hill, and then has to dig this guy out of the fucking snow.
Right.
And like it takes so painfully long for him to find his head to allow this man to start breathing again. It's
okay.
terrifying.
Yeah, so I could have sworn that I saw the snowboarder really go off in another direction. I'm like, wow,
No.
they're really separating.
Yeah, no, they followed each other.
And when he first saw it, his board was moving, and then he stopped. And
Mhm.
okay, shit.
And I was like, oh, he's just like right there. He's gonna like it's scary, but like he's just gonna a couple of scoops of snow and he's good. Digging snow. And then like as you see it, like as he starts getting further, like closer to his face, like that snow's packed in.
Yeah, dude. I was like, you're gonna fucking hit his face. He was going like hard. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you're gonna punch this guy.
Honestly, it was probably one of the scariest videos I've ever seen, just because of like how easily that can happen to anybody.
I just saw a video of it's called the Willis Tower in Chicago.
Oh, the Sears Tower.
You ever seen that?
Yeah,
No, not the Sears Tower.
the Sears Tower is Willis Tower.
Oh, okay.
It's not called the Sears Tower anymore, but everybody still calls it.
Gotcha. So
I've been
they've got this thing where you go up to these windows
Uh-huh.
and it fucking
Tilts, yeah.
I'm like,
So they
fuck
didn't have that when I went there. They only had like the glass boxes that you stand out in and you're hanging
Yeah.
over the edge of the building. Now
Stupid.
you lean against the window and it just tilts you out.
Dude, no. I would never, because one, if it was something that was like that you just go step into, or like you can look down and it's like built that way and it doesn't move, okay. But I'm not getting in there and then it goes, and then, oh man, we forgot to do the fucking inspection this week.
Yeah, the glass is shattered. It's got a chip in it.
And you're going down.
And you're fucked.
94 floors.
Yeah.
That thing is on the 94th floor.
Your ears pop in the elevator.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I cried in that elevator going back down.
Why?
Because so like it was on a school trip and there's only so much room in the elevator, but they pack in more people than is comfortable because like it's a high traffic thing. So I was on a school trip. I was with a bunch of people. They all got on the elevator and there just happened to not be enough room for me. And I was like, no worries, I'll get the next one. And so I go in first on the next one, which meant I was in the back of the elevator. Well, I'm claustrophobic. So now I'm in the back corner. They stuff all these fucking people in here. And I just start freaking out, dude. And you can just you just feel how high up you are. Now, like luckily I was going back down, so it wasn't that bad. But like I started like panicking.
Fuck that. How did you not fit? You were the skinniest person ever.
Because they fucking overpack their elevators. That's
That's
But
dumb.
anyways, this isn't what we want to talk about today. So, well, one thing I want to bring up, we're going to make this a quick episode because I imagine you're going over to Katie's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
so
going
we'll
over
make it a quick
Travis.
episode. So I'm not going to talk about everything I want to talk about, but we'll cover the one big thing I really want to talk about is this article that I saw on Facebook the other day. And then I did a little bit more research to make sure this was fucking real because it's insane. There is a thing being done. It is 3D printed meat. Like there are companies 3D printing
No.
burgers, steaks, you name it, they're printed.
So you're telling me
Let me show you really quick just what the picture for the article is. Because it's disturbing.
you're telling me that basically the filament for regular 3D printing
Yeah.
is, this hardened plastic
Hardened
that I'd
plastic
assume,
that is melted down.
yeah, that I assume kind of has like an outer layer to it, maybe. Some sort of, maybe not. I don't know.
No, it's just plastic.
It's just plastic and then it's just hardened. Well, and then they're just taking these tubes and filling them with meat so they can 3D print it.
Well, so not quite. Yes, but no. So they're not using the same printer that they put plastic in.
Obviously.
Yeah. But they are it's like a specifically designed 3D printer meant for meat, I guess. Because it's not even
But it's still
it's
meat,
not meat.
isn't it?
It is still meat, but here's what's weird about it, right? And this is why I wanted to do research. So I was like, let me find out what's actually happening. So one company is doing it out of lab-grown stem cells. So basically they take how do I where is it? So scientists take a biopsy of animal stem cells. So they take like a chunk of an animal and they And it can be anything you want: beef, pork, poultry, fish, anything. You name it, they'll do it. The cells then undergo an in vitro proliferation process. I don't know what that means.
We don't know what that means.
Basically, they're growing like those cells in like a petri dish, a test tube, something. Like they don't need a uterus.
Right.
So they're doing it in a lab, bathing in a nourishing, nutrient-dense serum within a climate-controlled bioreactor. So they are in a petri dish, in a serum, in a bioreactor that is climate-controlled. So it's all perfectly safe, supposedly. Over the course of several weeks, these cells multiply, interact, and differentiate into the fat and muscle cells that make up bioink. They call it bioink, the printing stuff. Then a robotic arm uses a nozzle to dispense this paste-like cultured meat filament in fine layers atop one another. The arm follows the instructions of an uploaded digital file using this CAD software in order to replicate the correct shape and structure of the intended meat. 3D printed meat material must be viscous yet firm enough to reproduce a structural model complete with the accurate tissue vascularization depending on the type and cut of meat. So basically they're growing paste with cells of a cow. Let's say you want a burger, right? They take a chunk of cow, a cell of a cow, and they put it in a thing, and it starts multiplying. Cells multiply. Well, this multiplies into a goo. They then fill the thing with goo, and it spits that goo out into meat. And there's another picture from, I don't know if it's from the same article, but it's from, I think this is from what I saw on Facebook. That's it in action. And that's like the end result. Which is, I mean, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, but it's why?
Well, I don't. So like there are pros in it, right? So like here are the pros. Customizable. You can
Why do we
make
need to
anything.
customize our meat?
Yeah, I wish I could customize my meat.
No, but why?
What? It's scalable. I don't know what that means. Okay, it's slaughter free, so they're not killing any animals for this, which is like one of the biggest benefits. If you can grow it in a lab, you don't have to kill animals anymore. It's environmentally friendly because one of the biggest threats to our environment is actually like cow farms because they produce a lot of methane, which is a greenhouse gas. Because cows fart a lot.
Okay.
And it's quicker to produce. It takes a matter of weeks compared to the years it takes for raising livestock. And it's made out of the same stuff, supposedly. It has the same composition as a raw cut of meat. And it's just 3D printed. Now, there are other companies, they don't talk about it in this article, but I was doing some research. There are other companies that are doing this same thing, but they're doing vegan meat, which, fuck them. But they are taking like soy and all that other shit that vegans eat, or vegetarians, and they are turning that into a paste and printing meat that way, which is insane, dude. Now my question is, would you eat this?
No.
You wouldn't eat it? What if hear me out. What if I gave you a steak, a nice New York strip? You chow it down, you're like, this is fucking delicious. And then I tell you afterwards that was a 3D printed steak. It was grown in a lab and squeezed out of a nozzle.
I would. Did you make this steak for me? Was this at a restaurant?
You were at a restaurant because they were being served at restaurants already.
And I would go kill the chef.
What if I made it for you?
I would kill you.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's like, no, like, can they prove that this is not going to do anything to my body?
Well, I'm sure it has to go through significant testing before it was safe to consume.
There's always after
These
effects.
protein-packed prints replicate the look and mouthfeel. I hate that. I hate that so much. Of conventionally farmed butchered meat down to a cellular level, to the point where they can be considered genuine meat by the Good Food Institute, while being highly customizable and slaughter-free. It again, like I don't see it in this article specifically, but I imagine that it has been highly tested and evaluated to make sure that it is safe for consumption.
Sounds dumb.
Oh, here's that I was wrong. They should include some of the restaurants and examples or examples of where they're being used. So in Osaka, which is Japan, they're 3D printing Wagyu beef, which, as you know, is very expensive beef. I assume you know that. So this is at a university. So it's not being it's not being served at a restaurant. Then there's Aleph Farms ribeye steak, which is in Israel. They're printing ribeyes specifically.
How much can you produce off of one cow
What do you mean?
or one cell?
Oh, I don't know. That's the thing. Is like I imagine this is
Because they're gonna
essentially-
need cows to get the cells from the cow.
right, but like all you're doing is taking a biopsy. Biopsies happen all the time. So like all you're doing is taking you take like basically like a cookie cutter, not that big, but like you take a little chunk of meat out of the cow. I mean it might hurt them, but like they heal. It's like taking a little
Right,
piece of
slicing the
flesh.
skin.
Yeah. And then that's your clump of cell right there. And you take whatever you need out of it. And once you have that, I imagine it's just like you can just keep reusing.
I don't think so.
Either way, you're not killing cows for it. So this place in Israel started doing it in 2018. And in November of 2022, they announced their plan to bring cultivated steak to the commercial market. So that was 2 years ago. This place, Shiok Meats Shrimp Dumplings. So these people are making shrimp. 3D printing shrimp. Stakeholder Foods Omakase Beef Morsels, which is also Wagyu beef. Sounds like this is happening in Japan as well. So it's not happening in the United States that I'm aware of. The only place that sounds like it might be in America is this one. This is the website that I looked at is Redefine Meat. That's the name of the company. And they're making tenderloins, but their thing is all plant-based. So they are using soy, peas, chickpeas, beetroots, yeast, coconut fat, and they're doing all that and 3D printing that into a and this Redefined Meat, like you can go on their website and order whatever you want, like right now. So I'm pretty sure they are in America, or at least somewhere that ships to America.
Sounds
Frequently
wrong.
asked question: is 3D printed meat safe to eat? Yes, 3D printed meat is safe to eat as long as it is prepared and cooked properly, similar to other meats, because it's meat. It's wild. I'd try it.
I'd
I
let
would-
everyone else try it before I try.
I would, yeah. I would. Again,
And
if
then
I was in the situation I asked you, where like I was at a restaurant, I got a steak, and then they come out, they go, "Hey, we just would like to let you know." Well, first, how was your steak? I go, "Fucking delicious. One of the best steaks I've ever had."
But-
And they go, "Perfect. That steak was 3D printed, grown in a lab, and 3D printed." I'd be like, "Okay."
Better not be more expensive.
That's one of the cons. So there are several cons.
Yeah, dude. I was gonna say these are scientists making
I
this
mean,
shit.
yeah, when it's new stuff, it's going to be expensive until it becomes, so it's costly. As for equipment, the average cost of a 3D food printer ranges between $1,000 and $5,000. So that's just for the printer. The cultured meat is about $700 per kilogram, according to a lab at Konkuk, I don't know, University. From a diner's perspective, the price tag for a cut of 3D printed steak can go for, this is not in American dollars, I think that's euros, 20 euros to 30 euros. Oh fuck. Here's American, or the US dollar. At already rolled out locations such as London-based restaurant Mr. White's. So this is a place that's already serving 3D printed meat. They sell it for a Wagyu beef, a Wagyu steak, $900.
Yeah.
So, tell you right now, if I go to a restaurant and I see $900 on the menu, I'm probably walking out of the restaurant.
Well, I don't think you're not getting the whole fucking Wagyu beef. There, you're gonna get. It's not gonna cost you $900.
No. They're saying
There's no way.
a price tag for a cut of 3D printed steak can go for an astronomically high $900 for the Wagyu, if you get the Wagyu variety of steak. Like I imagine that's the most expensive, because Wagyu in and of itself is already very expensive.
Let's see.
You looking up Mr. White's?
No, looking up Wagyu beef.
No.
This is a restaurant. I'm not getting a whole fucking.
You're not getting a cow. I mean, like a steak. You're getting a steak.
Yeah, if it costs $900, dude, there's no way.
Mr.
Let's
White's
see.
menu. I'm looking up their menu right now.
Omaha steaks, Wagyu beef. Holy shit.
How expensive is it?
$675.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you.
Well, this one's at Walmart is only 220.
Oh, only at Walmart.
Dude, what the fuck is some bullshit?
Where the fuck is their? Do they not have their menu on their website? There we go, menus. Steak night menu. Here we go.
This is like ridiculous.
Okay, well, this menu is only one page, and the most expensive thing on here is only $79. So
Yeah, that's more like it.
yeah, I mean, I would spend $79 on a steak.
I would not.
Well, I mean, if I was at a fancy restaurant, I would.
I wouldn't even go to that restaurant. Give me $80 for a meal? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, here you go. Redefine steak. Oh, this is Redefine with it, which is it's not the printed, but it's vegan. It's $36. Now, how come a regular steak is only 33, but a vegan steak is 36?
Because it's fucking manipulated. It's created.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm looking at the wrong restaurant, but their most expensive steak is $79 at Mr. White's, at least the one that I looked up.
Yeah, it's probably like a fucking 7-ounce.
Yeah. So it's costly. It's difficult to produce. Comparative to other 3D printed foodstuffs like chocolate or pasta, 3D printed meat ranks low in its printability. It's obviously not easy. Printing chocolate is easier. Would you eat 3D printed chocolate or pasta?
Probably not.
Pasta's basically
Why do things have to be 3D printed?
because of
Why can't we just keep it normal?
because of the environmental impact of it. I don't know.
It's stupid.
Like 3D printing chocolate, for example, right? It is very environmentally damaging to go out and get like the shit to make chocolate. The ingredients you need. Cacao.
It's a cacao bean?
Yeah. It's environmentally damaging to do that. if you're 3D printing chocolate or it's grown in a lab, I don't know if you can grow chocolate in a lab. That's not how it works, but it's less environmentally unfriendly. Better way to phrase it is it's more environmentally friendly.
Do they have a prediction of when this so-called, um, you know, like, oh, if we don't change our ways, Earth is gonna die? Look that up. And if it's 1,000 years, they can knock it off with this bullshit. Because 1,000 years, dude, that's like 10 generations. Who cares? My
Good
kid,
math there.
my kids, if I had them, their kids, and then their kids, and then their kids, and then their kids wouldn't even know.
Climate scientist to the world. So this is from the NRDC.
And by the way, this is just a guesstimate, too.
Oh,
So it's not
absolutely,
even-
yeah.
it's not even a thing.
Climate scientists to the world. This is what they say. We only have 20 years before there's no turning back. That doesn't mean,
So no turning back.
which I already was under the impression that this was in 2018. So we're already 6 years into that, by the way.
Yeah, I think we're at the point of no return.
Yeah, last I heard, we've been at the point of no return for a while. So maybe this website's not the most useful to me. What about
Yeah,
this
like-
one? This is from 2020.
Like, does it say, oh, in 20 years, if we don't change, then boom, 500 years later, we're all going down?
None of these websites.
And maybe they should stop trying to make people live longer,
Well, there you go.
because fuck them. Okay, let's say you get to like, you know, I don't know, 80 is a good age.
I'm content with 70.
So I don't know.
How long will the Earth exist?
I think if you're good, like Clint Eastwood, he's like 92 and he just did a movie like 2 years ago.
Yeah, dude's still kicking.
So, all right, by all means. But like, if you got people, my apologies to anybody out there, but if you got people and they're just like, everyone's butting heads, everyone's yelling, there's drama, there's blood. It's just like, okay, there's got to be like a cutoff age.
This says human civilization will crumble by 2050.
All right, produce the beef then. Produce the
3D print the beef.
3D print the beef. If it's gonna make it last a little bit longer than 2050, because I'm not living to 50 years old.
This says climate change, 12 years to save the planet. Make that 18 months. This was in 2019. I think we made it. We passed that threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's I don't know. I mean, every
I
time
don't
they
think-
come out with and listen, not that I'm saying climate change isn't a real thing, because it absolutely is. But every time these scientists come out and say, hey, we've only got X amount of months, years, whatever, until we're at their point of no return, which we've been at for the past 7 decades, then we do something. The countries band together and we're all like, let's save the planet. And then for a few years, we're really good at saving the planet. And then we're all like, okay, back to littering and back to polluting and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, dude. If they're like, yo, we gotta like change this, and for the next 5 years, it's like, yo, if you go drive a car, jail. You go to jail. If you're I don't know, anything that hurts the environment. If you litter, and if everything's not recyclable or whatever, jail.
Yeah.
Just put everyone in jail.
That'll solve it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or kill them. Because then less people, less pollution.
Less pollution. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's really nobody really knows for sure. I'm seeing between 2050 and 2100, somewhere in that time frame. If we don't do anything, we're fucked.
Well, 2100, anybody I care about right now, they're gonna be long gone.
Yeah. I mean, so listen, I mean, like, here's my thing, right? Like, I'm not gonna stop driving my car, right? I wanted to get an electric car, they're ridiculously expensive. So it's not happening. At least not anytime soon. Maybe my next car, 10 years from now.
Did you see in Michigan, I think it was? Maybe Michigan, they have a road
They have a road.
that charges your car while you're driving.
You were telling Dad about this.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I'd have to look it up again, but
Friction.
yeah, they've got like this green, like this one lane that's just all green.
And it charges your car.
And it charges your car.
That's pretty sick, dude.
Let's see, car charging while driving.
Like, I'd be willing to pay tolls if I knew that my car was being charged in the process.
Let's see.
Right now, I'm paying tolls and nothing fucking happens. I still hit potholes every other goddamn turn.
Charging EV while driving. Electric
Also,
roadway.
spoiler warning for those of you following along at home. Probably not going to get to the other two topics that we wanted to talk about today.
Dude, where was it?
I feel like it's going to be in like Sweden.
Yeah, it is this thing. Why can't... What does that say right there? Electric recharging lane. Let me look that up.
And my question is, how come America doesn't have this yet? How come Elon Musk hasn't made this a thing?
Oh, it is Sweden. Yeah, Sweden.
Sweden.
Sweden will build the world's first EV charging road.
Okay.
Road is set to be built by 2025.
That's a reasonable timeline.
Yeah, it's not bad. Another year. For example, the 2.5-mile stretch between Visby and the airport in Gotland County that Sweden commissioned in 2020. I don't know.
So they don't say how it works.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Still cool.
Yeah. Yeah, something. I'd be like, yeah, okay, if they did that, then maybe I'd get an electric car.
Yeah. But like, right. So here's what I was about to say is I'm not going to stop driving my car because I need to get from point A to point B, right?
Right.
And I'm not going to use public transportation. Sorry. It's not a convincing enough argument to make me take a bus that I have to pay for.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not taking a bus. So if the second best option, even if the fifth best option is eating lab-grown 3D printed meat, okay. If it means I help extend it to like, if it means the difference between 2050 and 2100, I'll do it.
Yeah, as long as it tastes good.
That's a big thing. If it's chewy, I'm out. If it doesn't taste like meat, I'm out.
And as long as I don't get any fucking tumors in my stomach.
Yeah, as long as there's not going to be some shit going on. It's not going to give me like fucking mad cow disease or some shit.
So have 5 people, whoever want to donate their bodies to science, right? That's just whatever they do.
I'm pretty sure it's already being consumed by people.
Well, then they have to make sure they are just eating that.
Yes.
And no, forever.
Forever.
Just keep eating it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that.
What do you mean?
Like a normal human, like wouldn't like if we like.
No, I'm not saying, but anytime they eat meat, it's got to be this.
Oh, so you're saying like anytime
like not for a week,
steak, they have to have a 3D printed.
Don't eat it for a week, but like, okay, so let's say at the beginning of the month you have a steak, and at the end of the month you have a steak, and then You know, the next month you have only at one time. It's just for the rest of your life, anytime you have meat that can be printed,
It has to.
it
be
has to
printed.
be printed. It has to
I
be
think
that printed
that's-
meat. So then 5
But
years
then
down the
what?
road,
We
be
gotta
like,
wait for this motherfucker to die before we know what happens.
yeah, we got to see if something goes wrong with him.
Hmm.
At least a year.
I'd be fine with a year. I think any longer than that, we're beating a dead horse.
But then, you know, after a year, then we started needing it. But then after like 10 years, it's like, oh man, this dude's got. I mean, I guess we couldn't, after 10 years, we wouldn't be able to blame it. We'd be like, well, anything could have happened.
Anything could have happened.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. 6 months to a year.
Yeah, no, I'm on board. I'm on board with that. And again, I'll do it if the health if there's no health costs and it helps save the planet, sure. And bring the price of it down. I'm not paying.
Yeah,
You got to
dude.
bring the price down first.
You're not
make it
making me go
affordable.
bankrupt just to add an extra 50 years to my life.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll die.
Otherwise,
I'll
I'm
die
just
in
gonna be.
however old I'll be in 2050.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna be broke by the time I get to it.
Yeah, 56. I'll be 56. No, that's not right. I'll be 53.
Such a young age.
Yeah, well, is it really though?
Pretty much.
I mean, if I have a kid by like 30 years old, right? Let's say I have a kid in the next 3 years. The kid
Only
will
be 20.
20. That's
Dude, you won't even be able to have a drink with your kid before the world ends.
by then we'll have changed the drinking age back to 18.
Might as well.
Honestly, at that rate, if the world's ending,
I mean, yeah, you're just gonna be like, well, let's just have a drink then.
I was telling my roommate yesterday or the other day. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the other day. How I failed out of college, and she was asking me. She was like, "How did your GPA get so low that one semester where it was really low?" I was like, "Oh, I was just drinking all of the time." She was like, "Oh, so you're an alcoholic?" And I was like, 100%, absolutely, I was. I don't know about what. I still am
Yeah.
fully. This is my third drink since we started this episode 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, but like, you know, I don't know. It's
I'm
like,
not drinking straight whiskey though. This is a mixed drink. It's got less than a shot in it.
yeah.
I don't even
It's
feel
like-
it yet. Well, that's probably more towards the argument of me being an alcoholic then.
Some people will be like, oh, you're an alcoholic, Dave, because when I drink, I tend to
Throw up.
just go crazy. But that's because I'm there to do that.
Yeah, you're there to
Like,
get
in
hammed.
my mindset, if I start drinking, like if it's going to be at like a bonfire or it's like, yo, we're going out tonight.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm making sure that I have a good time and get the nice level of non-sobriety going, right?
Not sobriety.
Okay. But but I literally do not
Widowy.
like I'll go out. It's like, why do I need a drink? You know?
You mean
There's
if you're
no-
like going to a
Like,
restaurant,
yeah, if I go to lunch,
you're not getting a drink.
you know, they'll get a beer, they'll get a couple beers. I'm like, what's the point? Because like I'm just gonna drink something that's
That'll
good.
change when you get older.
I'm just gonna drink water or pop
Right.
because I just want something, you know, that's good.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna spend more money and not free refills
Yeah.
on something when it's just like, well, what's the reason of drinking this?
If I know that I'm going to a restaurant, if I go to a restaurant and I know I'm not having more than one alcoholic beverage, then I will just get a pop. But if there's the opportunity to have more than one, then I'm gonna order it, even if I don't get drunk.
And I shouldn't say get drunk. I mean, get a buzz.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say get drunk. But like drunk to me is just
Casual drinking gets more appealing the older you get. Like I come home from work, I pour myself a drink, and I have 1, 2, 3,
4,
maybe
5,
4.
6.
And yeah, I have a few, and I'm good. But like I'm not like partying. I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
I will have a fourth one after this. Like, I'm gonna finish this class before this episode's over.
I will say that like if we were going out to get food and I was not driving, I would 100% knock back 3 or 4
Yeah.
because that. Well, depends. If it's 3 or 4 in an hour, then I'll be on my ass probably.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But it also
But-
depends on like where we're going, right? Like if I go to Applebee's, drinks are like fucking $3-4.
Yeah,
Sure.
dude, I'm getting a fucking Bahama Mama or Bahama Mama.
Yeah. But like if I'm going to like, Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More, where a drink is $75, I'm not even getting that.
Yeah.
Thanks, I'll take a water, Russell.
What was it during? I think Thanksgiving. Yeah, I had five of the Down East ciders.
Yeah.
Started before dinner, drank them during dinner, obviously, and then I still had one after. But I was good.
Yeah, I bet.
I was like, yeah, feeling good. Don't feel annoyed by the family at all. So it's like,
Yeah.
all right, watching football. There we go.
Yeah.
So it's like I am choosing when I want to either get dark or dumpster fucking drunk or just a casual buzz.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's just like, man, if I'm only having one drink, I'm not gonna get a beer. Well, I don't drink
Yeah.
beer, but
See,
you know
like
what I mean.
I will do that if I'm like, I don't know, if I'm just
I
like,
understand it for people who drink beer because half the time they'll be like, oh, there's this one beer I always want to try that's on the menu.
Yeah.
They have it now. It's like, okay, I get that. You're trying it.
Yeah, I do see your point though. Like if I'm just getting one, like I'll get a beer with my dinner. But like I don't care what anybody says. Beer doesn't taste like good. Like it's not
Ass.
like I have a sip of like, I don't know, name a pop.
Root beer.
Yeah, if I have a sip of root beer, I'm like, God, that's fucking good.
Dude, I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah. When I have a sip of Bud Light,
Yeah, I don't think people do it for those beers.
okay, let's say
But when they're like
well, I guess I'm gonna contradict myself. A cider I like.
oh yeah, dude.
Like I'll have one cider because ciders are, but they're basically pop.
Yeah, I guess. But I still wouldn't
But like I'm not gonna go get an IPA and be like, oh, this is great with my fucking hamburger. No, it's not. It's not good. Get a Pepsi.
yeah, I need something to cut through that grease.
Yeah.
I need that fizz, dude.
That beer is not doing it for you.
Yeah.
Now you're just bloated and you got the worst burps imaginable.
I've literally just started getting water at restaurants because I'm just like, well, I don't feel like paying.
You couldn't pay me to get water at a restaurant.
I don't feel like paying. No, I understand. It's only like $3, okay? But it's just
Yeah,
like
maybe spend a little money.
no, but like I will like sometimes I'm like, you know what, I haven't had one in a while. I'll get one. But it's just like to me, I'm just like, there's no point. I just need something to drink
Yeah.
with my food so I'm not dying.
Yeah.
And I need something to wash it down. So I'm just gonna get an ice cold water.
I'll tell you what. I'd rather eat the driest burger imaginable with no drink than get a burger with water. No, absolutely not. I know you're like a big water guy now with your big fucking gallon of water, you fucking psycho. But so listen, all of you know, I went home for Christmas, and then just this past weekend, I went home for our nephew's baptism. Every time I saw Dave carrying around this fucking jug. You're just
So it's
one of those
funny.
people-
I'm not even drinking all of it.
It's
though.
like attached to you. All you do is drink that water now.
Dude, I literally will, and that's true because like if I was going downstairs, but I mean, unless I knew I was coming back up, but like sometimes it's be like, oh, I'm going downstairs, and I just carry this thing down with me.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be downstairs for a
You
little
look like
bit. So
such
then,
a you look like such a pretentious bitch.
why not?
You're like, have you had your water today? It's 7 p.m. I'm almost done. Meanwhile, I'm here with a fucking glass of whiskey. Like, I haven't had a sip of water. I was telling my manager this the other day at work. I don't know why I told my manager this, but I did. I haven't had a sip of water in like a month and a half.
That's wild.
It's not healthy, but like the first ingredient in everything that I consume is water.
Yeah, that's not it though.
No, it's not. But like, no, I have not had. I haven't like had a glass of water in. I mean, it's gotta be. We gotta be going on 2 months right now, since November.
But you literally just drink nothing throughout the day.
Yeah, or I have a pop at lunch.
That's wild.
And when it's cold out, I especially don't drink water.
I'm drinking it.
No,
I
I
don't
like.
know.
I have a water bottle in my locker at work, and I haven't touched it. Like there's almost I can almost guarantee that when I finally touch that water bottle, I will have to like boil it because it's probably so gross inside because I'm sure there's water in it from up 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So why is your phone so bright right now?
I just picked it up. What do you mean?
It looked like you just picked up a piece of metal that was reflecting the sun.
There you go.
Anyways,
Can't
so
fucking see it.
I got to another point in this article. Food regulations are still coming around to allow 3D printed meat into the market. At this current time, there is no regulatory framework specific to 3D printed meat from the FDA or the United States Department of Agriculture. It can be considered a novel food in which a clear regulatory pathway for production of cell cultivated meat has been in the works since 2019. With that being said, Berkeley-based Upside Foods, a startup that grows cultivated chicken meat, became the first to pass a pre-market consultation from the FDA. The company currently awaits further inspection from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So no, to answer your question earlier, it has not been approved by the FDA.
Yeah, that's what I need. The FDA.
But like, you know how much medicine you consume that hasn't been approved by the FDA?
No. Pretty
Exactly.
sure all of the medicine I take is approved by the FDA.
No, there are meds on the market, over-the-counter medicine.
What? Okay, ibuprofen,
I'm pretty sure ibuprofen is FDA approved.
Dayquil.
Pretty sure name brand medicines are FDA approved.
I don't take many other medicines.
What the fuck are you eating?
Raisins.
Why are you 90 years old, dude? Fucking a gallon of water a day and a bag of raisins. Who the fuck likes raisins? Eat grapes. You abnormal motherfucker. I just spit all over my keyboard. Never have I. Where the fuck is my microphone been all the way over here? Have I sounded okay this whole time?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you like raisins? Never in my life have I looked at a raisin and gone like, that looks appetizing. They dry, pruned up.
Oh man, my stomach hurts. I'm sweating.
Just eat grapes.
I don't have fucking grapes.
Then just don't buy raisins.
First of all, I didn't buy the raisins. Okay. They were in the cupboard. And I needed a snack with lunch.
Raisins aren't a snack.
They
They're a
are.
punishment.
They're a snack. And I didn't want to have pretzels.
What raisins? Are they red or green?
I showed you the bag.
Okay.
Who eats green raisins?
Who eats raisins? The fact that raisins are still even able to be sold amazes me.
Bet you these are FDA approved.
I bet they're expired.
They're not expired. It's a new bag. Expires October 31st, 2024.
Okay.
Where would it say ingredients? Raisins.
Is that what it says? Is that what it fucking...
Literally says ingredients raisins.
That's like when you define a word with the word.
Yeah, like what is that?
That's what that is. Ingredients, raisins. No, the ingredient of a raisin is a grape and the sun.
Is it straight up literally though a dried grape?
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Yeah, a raisin is a dried grape.
Like nothing else to it.
Well, you just read the ingredients, didn't you?
That's true.
Fucking raisins. I don't know how
Raisins are mechanically stemmed and may contain an occasional grape stem or wood piece.
Oh, good.
Interesting. I'm eating wood. It doesn't say anything about FDA approval.
I'm sure raisins are FDA approved.
Raisins are not a calorie reduced food. See nutritional facts panel. The percent daily value.
Okay, I'm looking up what normal things are not FDA approved. 7 drugs, no, that weren't initially. What are common things that people use that are not FDA approved?
There we go.
Tattoo ink.
No, food. Do food. What common foods? Tattoo ink?
Tattoo ink is not FDA approved. And you put it
That's-
in your body.
That's wrong.
Here are some of the many US foods banned in other countries and why. Not banned in other countries. Common foods
FDA
that are banned in
approval.
other, no, I don't want what is banned. I want what's not
Dude, what are you
FDA
doing?
approved. I might have to look up.
Since 1912. 112 years.
I might have to look up what's banned in other countries.
Why?
Well, because the FDA is only for America. Ten popular products not endorsed by the FDA. This is products, not necessarily food.
I want to see if grapes are, so I'm just going to look up grapes.
Dude, if grapes aren't FDA approved,
Yeah, they definitely are. Like, I don't even think they have to approve them because they're fucking grapes.
yeah,
Did I
exactly.
say grapes? I meant raisins.
I know what you meant. Excuse me. Oh my God, I haven't burped on this on a podcast in so long.
Are raisins FDA approved? CPG section 550.7, 550.750 raisins. Adulteration. What?
The fuck does that even mean?
Fuck is adulteration?
There's this
Adulteration
colon.
involving mold, sand, grit, and insects.
You know, there's like bugs in your cereal, right?
Excuse me?
Yeah, there's like bug bits in cereal.
Okay, that's strange. I don't like that.
Yeah. Dude, there's bug bits in so many things that you consume.
I mean, makes sense. No, examine a minimum of 10 subs from each code or from the lot if no codes are present. Mold. Natural raisins average 5% or more by count moldy.
What?
Sand.
Mold?
The average is 40 milligrams or more of sand and grit per 100 grams of natural or golden bleached raisins. Insects. The following represents the criteria for recommending legal action to CFSAN. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I guess there's mold in here. Accept
Well, I mean, it
or
makes
reject
sense.
the lots of raisins.
Like grapes get moldy. So therefore raisins would
Did I
get
say
moldy.
grapes again?
No. I'm saying like grapes get moldy, so like raisins would get moldy.
Right.
Because raisins are grapes. Not all grapes are raisins, but all raisins are grapes.
No
Okay.
grapes are raisins.
What?
No grapes are raisins.
Exactly. Well, that's not true. Some grapes are raisins.
Or sorry,
Sometimes you
all
like get
grapes. Oh, no. Wait.
Sometimes you get some grapes and there's like a raisin in there.
No, there's not.
Sometimes you do.
But technically, so no, all raisins. are grapes. Were grapes, actually.
All raisins were grapes.
And all grapes are grapes.
Will be raisins.
No, not all. All grapes are grapes. All raisins were grapes.
Yeah. Gatorade
It's
is
gonna be
banned.
so bad.
Gatorade is banned in other countries throughout Europe because it has vegetable oil in it.
You got to find the good raisins, though.
Dude, there's no such thing as good raisins.
Because, like, I'm just, like, not even, like, I'm just going in, grabbing them. But, yeah. And unfortunately, like, usually what I do with, like, that.
Show
you
me
know
what a
that-
good reason. We're good. Fuck you. Show me what a good raisin looks like.
Like, oh, yeah.
He says, "Oh yeah."
Oh, this was not that good, I don't think.
What does that even mean? Dude, it looks like rat poop. It's so brown. Take the flashlight off it. There's enough light in your room.
Is there?
That is so brown.
Focus on it.
You could be convincing me right now that you're holding a bug, a turd, so many things.
Focus.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
Whatever.
What is it? What makes it good?
Wasn't that good?
Oh my god.
But what makes it good, like what I would do when we had not the bag, but like the cardboard like
The little boxes of raisins, yeah.
thing, not the little boxes, but like the tall top that you would take off. You would, I would go in those, and if it was like this little, like I can see right here, it's like that one looks a little like crusty and it's like crystallized and looks.
Show me a bad raisin.
Sticking my whole hand in here. Like I wouldn't want this one. It looks the same.
That looks like something I pulled out of my nose one time.
Dude, I just blew my nose in the shower the other day. That's what came out.
First of all, I love blowing my nose in the shower. Second of all, that's disgusting.
Like they gotta be like
Plump. They got to be like grapes.
they literally gotta be plump, dude.
They just eat grapes.
And they gotta have a nice like
I don't get the appeal.
fogginess to them.
Foggy. What are you even
Yeah, this
talking?
this one's a good one. This one's a good one.
The fact that you've eaten enough raisins in your life to know the difference between. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
But you're not gonna. And they all,
So-
I mean, that's why, I mean, I used to like really pick them out.
You know the only raisins that I've ever liked? The ones in Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
Because the bran part of that cereal is disgusting. The raisin part, they're like covered in sugar.
I don't like those. I'm gonna throw this one away.
Okay.
I don't like the it's like strange to me when people like take raisins and I don't know why it's strange. I guess it's not, but like when they have cereal and they dump
Raisins
like
in it?
they dump raisins or fruit in their
Me too.
cereal. I'm just like,
People do that in their oatmeal a lot.
yeah, they do it in oatmeal for sure.
It can be strange to you. It's strange.
But it makes sense.
I put what have I done before?
Like if somebody said, "Oh,
No, this one's dumb. No, I won't say it out loud. Never mind.
well, you're gonna say it," but but like if it's not dumb because I understand it.
Right, like
Because
fruit goes well with
because
breakfast.
if somebody gave me a bag of
I've put bananas in my cereal before.
that's weird. What cereal?
Uh,
What cereal should have bananas in them? It's got to be the most plain. It's got to literally be the fucking Honey Nut Cheerios or Wheaties or fucking
I think
Grain
it
of
was.
wheat,
I think it was Honey Bunches of Oats.
honey bunches of oats.
Honey Bunches of Oats. You like maxed out your microphone.
Oh, but no, like if someone gave me a bag of marshmallow from Lucky Charms,
Oh,
and then
marshmallows.
marshmallows of Lucky Charms, and then I dump my bowl of cereal, my like from the box into my thing, I'd be like, oh yeah, let me dump some more marshmallows in there.
100%. Well, the thing
Except
that
I
I was
never
gonna
ate that
say
cereal.
that I said I wouldn't say out loud because this one is stupid. I've put like I've gone out and bought like a bag of like oat clusters that like people will like eat as a snack. And
Right.
I've poured those into my honey bunches of oats. Just like more oats. Because like honey, in my opinion, honey bunches of oats doesn't have enough oats. But honey
Never have
bunches of
enough.
oats, like bananas are good in cereal, in that cereal. No, I can't hear you, you idiot.
Um, nothing. There's never enough. Never enough of anything.
No, there's not enough marshmallows and Lucky Charms. There's not enough
There's
bunches of
obviously not
oats
enough
in honey
raisins
bunches
in
of
Raisin
oats.
Bran.
That is actually a fact.
I haven't. I might go to the store
Mom used to put
tonight.
raisins in her raisin bran.
Yeah, I think that's we have it. It's probably why she has raisins.
Yeah.
I might go to the store and pick up cinnamon toast crunch after this
Not a fan.
because haven't had it in forever. Just
You know what
been
there's
eating.
enough of in Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
cinnamon. There's enough.
Yeah.
That's a good combo. Tricks. I could go for some tricks, maybe some
what's a
fruity
good combo?
pebbles. Like there's not a lack of something in cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, there's not a lack of something in Frosted Flakes, apple cinnamon
Oh,
Cheerios.
those are good. Those are good. Yep.
Dude, I'd fuck up a bowl of apple cinnamon Cheerios.
I have been. We have some
Yeah? Nice.
once in a while.
Dude, really quick. By the way, Little Debbie Swiss cake rolls are also banned in other countries. Europe again. Europe just doesn't sound fun.
And then sometimes the reason why I eat these raisins, by the way, they're good good what's it called?
Source of protein. But
No,
not protein.
fiber.
Yeah,
Fiber.
yeah. What do you got? You got poop issues?
You don't?
Not
Telling
really.
me you don't shit out bricks?
Not so much anymore.
No, I do not.
Although with the lack of water I drink, we
Exactly.
almost made it a whole episode without talking about shit.
Well, no, we don't have
Recently-
to talk about your
Recently, my shit's been like really dark. Like really dark. Like almost black.
Well, come on.
I don't know if that's a water thing or if it's just like my diet thing.
I doubt it. I don't know. Yeah, I've been good.
Yeah.
Probably because of the water.
Yeah, probably. Your shit's
And
probably
also-
sliding out of you like fucking
I've also got
penguins down a slope of ice.
good one.
Iceberg is what I was trying to say.
I've also got the tea, the green tea, with probiotics.
Dude, you're literally 100 years old.
And-
Raisins
well,
and green tea.
I got those because I was sick, and that's good with honey. But the Moroccan mint tea, that's not good with honey, which I had 2 cups of those today.
You know what tea I drink? Apple cinnamon tea.
Is it like hot tea?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's very good. It's made by Celestial. I think
I
that's the
might-
name of the tea brand.
I might get that.
It's very good. Very apple cinnamony. By the way, Frosted Flakes, they're banned in Europe and Japan.
Damn. They're missing out.
No. It contains BHT, which is listen to this. It's a food preservative that's also used in cosmetics and rubber products.
Frosted Flakes
Yeah.
has that set in it?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Skittles are banned in Austria, Sweden, and Norway.
Dude, they're really missing out.
Tostitos cheese dip is banned in Austria and Norway. Mountain Dew banned in Europe. Many US bread products are banned.
I mean, I doubt Europe has any like all they do is just eat fucking
Tea and crumpets.
yeah, tea and crumpets over there, dude. That's all they
What the
drink.
fuck's a crumpet?
I do not know.
The U.S. bread is banned in Europe, China, Canada, South Korea, Nigeria, and Brazil, among other countries, because we add potassium bromate, which makes bread fluffier. Uh, it's also used. Sorry, we also
So
add.
what do they use for bread?
I don't know. Uh,
Is it just our homemade bread that they have and it's
yeah,
more
like
expensive?
flour, fucking yeast. Um,
I'm pretty
we
sure all
also
bread
add
made the same, Joe.
azodicarbonamide.
Yeah.
We use that in our bread products because it makes it spongier. But that same thing is used in yoga mats to make them spongier.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But that same thing is found to exacerbate asthma and may be carcinogenic. Hmm. Cool. A lot of our milk is banned in other countries, and so is a lot of our meat, especially pork.
Oh man, pork. Give me some of that.
Crazy.
I'm about to go to Thin Man and give me some pork bites.
Pork,
Bacon on it.
pork belly.
Yeah, the pork belly bites.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Well, listen, as much as I'd love to continue this podcast and talk about the two other things that I really wanted to talk about this week, I feel like one, we're out of time. Two, we've really covered a lot this episode.
Let me open that Triv.
But that's fine, because that means I get at least 2 more episodes of shit worth to talk about.
Let me open that trivia. Oh, hey man.
Raisins.
Let me share my screen.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Yeah, I have to take a shit.
Yeah, it's
can
probably
feel-
because all the raisins you've been eating.
Can feel yeah, 100%. Pick a number.
26.
Oh, 15, 18, 21,
This is,
22,
by the way, our
23.
200th week of trivia.
Where are Zinfandel grapes from?
Of course, it's a grape trivia. You probably know this answer, don't you? Zinfandel, that makes the wine.
Yeah. Zinfandel.
I'm almost threw up.
Infidel.
I mean, like, it's wine, right? So, like, I'm going to the wine capital of the world. By the way, I don't actually know what the wine capital of the world is. I'm just assuming.
Uh,
My face is twitching.
so it's gonna be like a city, I'm assuming. 'Cause it doesn't
I
say
picked
what
a country.
Okay, yeah, I mean that works too. Um, dude, how come I can never remember what the fuck? I mean, I'm gonna just say Greece because I feel like you said Italy.
I did say Italy.
Yeah, no kid. Croatia.
Croatia. I feel like you might be closer on that one. Way to really just give away exactly where you live, by the way.
It is what it is. There's Greece. There's Italy. Croatia better be right here.
It honestly might be.
Fuck.
Oh, let's go.
Damn it, dude.
I'm basically touching it.
Where's Greece again? Right here. Stupid fuck.
That's huge, dude. That's the closest both of us have been.
I literally was gonna say Italy, but I was like, I know you said it. So we're just gonna have to go get fucking another one. And I wanted to think of something else that was around it, but I couldn't.
If you had said Slovenia, you would have had it.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Or Bosnia.
Could have said Serbia. I'd really been touching it then.
Yep.
And you are not touching it, so
I'm not. If you had said one of the 4 countries that are touching it instead of what I am doing, I would have. Although I guess technically I am touching it because of the Adriatic Sea.
No. What? No, you're not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I guess I'm touching it too because fucking
No,
Greece is
I
down
mean, like,
here.
dude, like the fucking, like, the border of Italy and Croatia is divided by the Adriatic Sea. So, like,
No,
they're
it's not.
touching.
Dude, this is
Look, right there,
legitimately-
right there, right there. Scroll down.
What?
Scroll down. Oh,
What?
see? It's like those 2 lines.
This?
Yeah, what are those? Are those like
That's-
shipping routes or are those borders?
Venice IT. It's not a border. Water does not count.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
The fuck are these? It looks like train tracks in the water.
I don't
Like
know.
on the
Those
road.
must be shipping routes.
Gotta be. Yeah. Yeah, you're not touching
All right.
it. Either way, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you would have had it had you said one of the 4. If you'd said Hungary, you would have had it.
Stupid.
Anyways, Dave, where can the people find you?
_ David Sharkey _ is my Instagram. DShark101 is my Twitter. Eat of the week. Barbecue chicken finger pizza. Gonna go with from Buffalo Sports Garden. And yeah.
Sorry, I was texting Riley about the FaceTime call that we're about to be joining here. You can follow me on my photography Instagram, Sharky_photography. My regular Instagram is Secret Agent Sharky. My YouTube channel, youtube.com/@JoeSharky7. My eat of the week is
Beat
well,
And the booty
I
got me
can't-
lost like Nemo.
I can't pick the thing that I want to pick because you'll make fun of me for it. I'm gonna pick. I wouldn't pick that thing anyways. Yesterday I had Chinese food because I was helping Riley move into her new house, and every time you move into a new place, you get Chinese food. It's just like a thing. So I had sweet and sour chicken.
So
Sweet and sour chicken. I wanted pork fried rice, but they didn't have it, even though they said they did. So I got egg fried rice. And 2 egg rolls. Which I have 1 left in my fridge right now that I'm gonna eat as soon as we're done with this. So love me some Chinese food. As for the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSGPOD. Follow us on TikTok at The Shuffle Podcast. That's where we post our clips from the podcast. And subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all at The Shuffle Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys next week with these 2 other stories that I really wanted to talk about today, but we got hung up on Dave's raisins. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye, everybody.